Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. We are live here on a Monday, and it's good to be back with you guys and hope everyone is having a good week so far. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers lost yesterday to the Patriots. It was a game that really was defined by big plays, Mark, on both sides, lack of or just allowing too much. And again, the Patriots found a way to get the win 28-23. Buccaneers fall to 6-3. But at the same time, they're still in first place, and they got some help from our friends with the Falcons and the Panthers losing, the Saints winning, and the Buccaneers still have a good lead on the division. So that's the positive.
Yeah, that's literally the only positive from that game. I'll lie. Sean Tucker was a positive.
Yep.
The inconsistency of play call, which some were good. Your defense is actually really good. It's just you got to fix the big plays. I mean, there was pressure consistently in May's face. He would make miraculous throws, like the Stephon Diggs 2-point conversion.
Mm-hmm.
The 72-yard touchdown was a miraculous throw. Braswell knocked him on his ass. Still perfect throw. Just bad assignment based on that defensive stand. It was just, like you just said, big plays, and it's little things that need to be fixed up. I think the defense could be fixed up very, very quick because there were some times where they were just dominating. I mean, Drake May did not have a good accuracy day. He was under pressure the whole time.
Yeah,
it was hard to complete passes, but he completed the ones that needed to happen. And then offensively, we didn't convert when we needed to convert. And then simple plays became hard plays because either you're just dropping, you're not converting, or you're not finding the guys that are open because you're looking somewhere else. And I liked what I liked what Todd Bowles said, as in he took a lot of blame for them not being prepared, and they need to do better as coaches to have them be prepared. I thought that was huge on him. And I also liked what Baker Mayfield said, that they need to start being more accountable because little things that they talk about throughout the whole entire week, easy pickups on protection base that you talk about all throughout the week. I know Bredesen got hurt, but still, it's not like they're throwing in rookies. I mean, Michael Jordan was a starter, and he just moved over to left guard. Feeney's a veteran. He's been and knows what the hell's going on. He knows how to pick up guys, especially when it's been told what's happening. You got to make up for what you study throughout the week and show up on Sundays. I mean, even Tristan Wirfs is not looking like Tristan Wirfs. So offensively, even though you're injury riddled, there are plays to be had there. Third down is a money down, where last year Grizzard was fantastic. It's not looking that so this year. And I think it's a combo. We've talked about this between Grizzard and Baker. You got to get it better. You got to find plays that sometimes you tip your hat to the defense, but you got to find ways to either get one guy open or flood your way to one side where you can have multiple guys open. So we'll touch on that today, but very frustrating game. Very frustrating game.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was a game that you thought the Buccaneers had a good chance to win, especially the way they started things. Yeah. Opening drive was really well executed. They found big plays, starting off with Emeka Egbuka for a nice gain. I think it was like 24 yards. You move right there, and then you continue to get first downs. You move the chains, set up a nice play to Emeka Egbuka with like a little delay wheel route up the sideline, and he ends up scoring. Bucs go up 7-0. The downfall is on the extra point, you lose Ben Bredesen. It just feels like the offensive line starts to come together, and then it's dismantled right away. You get Luke Gedeke back in this game, which is great. But at the same time, now you have to go to Michael Jordan at left guard. You have Dan Feeney in at right. And it's just a constant musical chairs, unfortunately, and you just can't gain any rhythm. Despite that, though, they did run the football well. Like you said, Mark, Sean Tucker was a bright spot. 9 carries, 53 yards, had a long of 18. They did mix in Sterling Shepard and Cameron Johnson on end arounds. And Rachaad White was okay, 3.8 average. Some of those runs he did all by himself. So, yeah, I mean, overall, Offensively, I thought Naughton wasn't used enough in the early going of the game. He ended up with 9 catches, 82 yards, which is great on 12 targets. Emeka Buka had 13 targets, catching 6 of those passes for 115 yards, 1 touchdown. So yeah, I mean, let me bring that up. So here's the numbers. The big issue, like we mentioned earlier, the big plays, 147 yards on the ground, and 2 of those were off of 2 runs. You had just, I think it was both over 50-yard runs that went for scores, and that's just, you can't have those types of plays. And we've had that happen now 3 times, one with Jamar Gibbs and now with Trevion Henderson. And then on top of that, a 72-yard touchdown pass that we talked about. So those 3 plays right there.
Additionally, the third down play that McCollum, I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, that was another
underneath. Yeah. You don't allow that. It's stupid.
Yeah, that was another, again, just kind of ball buster, but you end up getting the pick on that drive, thankfully, to give your offense another opportunity. Great play by Tyke Smith, but yeah, it's just offensively, couldn't cut it on third down. I think. Let me see if I can bring up the team stats here. But third down was, I mean, we pretty much beat them in most stats. I mean, you look at 24 first downs versus 16. They only had 16 first downs, but they had the big plays that got them points. We ended up, but look at the yardage, 435 to 371. Yeah, I mean,
they're crap. crap, mega crap.
We're even good in the red zone. We were 2 out of 3 in the red zone. They were 1 of 2. Penalties were kind of even. We didn't have any turnovers, which is great. But trying to see where, there's third down efficiency. Again, they were 5 of 14. Problem was we were 5 of 13. We were also 0 for 1 on fourth down. That was the 4th and 3 play. Couldn't get it done. And then they were 2 of 3 on fourth down, including 1 that went for a touchdown to Stephon Diggs right before the half. So it's just crazy how we couldn't complete those plays. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. We're going to go through some of the third down plays, and really no one really is open. And that's the issue. That comes back to Josh Rizard and company. Like, you got to find ways to create space for these guys, especially against man coverage, etc. You got to get guys open more freely and allow Baker to hit plays more quicker and have more decisive options.
And before we get to that, Corey Hall said we got whipped. Nobody set the edge. It was just the one run to try and get the ball back, which you already lost it on fourth down. This just sealed the game. That one, yes, someone should have sealed the edge. Someone has to force him inside. That one was bad. But the first run, that was a huge gaping one after the half, was down the center of the damn defense. Elijah Roberts messed up on that, which we've talked about. He's not the best on run defense, even though he is improving game after game. It just showed on that one. But I just want to kind of touch on that because I saw that. But yeah, keep going on about our third down efficiency, which is 5 for 13. It's not looking good. And just touch on like the differences or is it more Baker? Is it more play call? Is it a combination of the both? Or
I think it's everything.
Kate Otten on third downs.
I think it's everything. So you have a combination of you're missing star talent with Bucky Irving not being in there. That guy's a really good football player. You don't have Chris Godwin. You don't have Mike Evans. Those are 2 really good receivers that open up space for others and allows Baker Mayfield to have more confidence and understanding where to go with the football. The other issue is the offensive line is just not as good as it has been in years past. That's another thing that is hurting the team. At the same time, on defense, I think, again, it's either 1 or 2 guys just messing up consistently, whether it's missing a gap here, not being in the right assignment, missing a tackle. guys not getting to their spots. You have Tyke Smith, who is coming down into coverage. They do a play action fake. He's supposed to probably get to a deep third to create a gap for that over route that is coming to his side. Unfortunately, he goes and gets in the way of Benjamin Morrison. Morrison kind of loses his balance. He was trying to undercut the angle. And again, just well-placed football by Drake May, beats the coverage, ends up being a touchdown. The 2 runs, again, just not fitting the gaps properly, not making tackles, not running to the football, and it ends up being, 6 on both plays.
But then again, a large majority of the game they played well. Large majority of the game they played. You can't say they got their ass whooped, even though the score of 28-3 does look bad. You just got to take away a handful of plays. Really, just before the half is the only time they really marched down the field. And other than that, it's just huge chunk plays. You can't allow that. And up until this point, they haven't really allowed huge chunk plays. Like, yes, the Tyke Smith underneath and Benjamin Morrison going for the interception, that's bad. It's a rookie mistake on that. And then Tyke Smith, he looks a little lackadaisical at times playing the deep side of the ball.
Yeah.
When he's near the ball, he's phenomenal. He attacks, he's downhill, he knocks people out who are a lot bigger than him. I know there's a lot of people hyping him bulldozing through offensive linemen. Yes, he has traits he's really good at, but you got to trust him playing back too. If you're going to be multiple by bringing Antoine Winfield Jr. in or dropping back Zion McCollum, you got to be able to be interchangeable. And I think he's good enough to do it. I think he's just still, it's a progression when you're in space as opposed to close to the line and being aggressor.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know a lot of people are trashing Todd Bowles for not having Dean in and bringing Morrison in for that touchdown. One thing I want to say, besides this one where they gave up big chunks, the defense has been honestly pretty good throughout the season. I mean, I'm just going to say that. Either middle pack or above level.
Yeah.
And to say you got to fire Todd Bowles because of that, no, I think Todd Bowles is doing well. Like, yes, they should have been more alert during those little plays, but damn, bring up his numbers. Bring up Drake May's numbers for that game.
Yeah.
Look at the pass completion percentage, 16 for 31. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, a 55 QBR, 89.9 rating, 270 yards because of like 2 or 3 big pass plays. Other than that, he was under pressure, under duress. He was making incredible throws with people in his face. Elijah Roberts was getting in there. Chris Braswell, believe it or not, was seen in this game. Anthony Nelson getting after it. Yaya was getting after it. Like, there was pressure. Don't say that there was no pressure. There was. It was just they made more plays than the Bucs did. And that's where, like, a lot of people want to point the finger. And, yes, point the finger at the big play. That can't happen. But you can't blame the Todd Bowles on them messing up on 3 big-ass plays. That's not on the coach. That's individual effort, and they've all said it can easily get cleaned up, and it's a fix that can be happening immediately. Was it a bye-week letdown? They were asleep at the wheel? I don't necessarily think that. I think it's more just bonehead plays on those individual effort downs, down and distances.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom line is you look at the games the Bucs have lost. Again, 3 losses against 3 quality opponents. Buccaneers are, I guess you could say, 2-3 against quality teams. They beat the Niners and the Seahawks, but you lost to the Eagles, the Lions, and now the Patriots. All of whom, Lions are tied with you at 6-3. The Eagles, I don't know what's going on with their game. They're at 6-2 right now. But in all 3 of those losses, the Buccaneers just haven't played complementary football. It's either the defense and the offense start bad in both phases of the game. And then, the defense will recruit and get better in the second half. And the offense just doesn't show out. And the bottom line is, in those 3 losses, though, offense hasn't been good enough.
Yeah.
Defense has been up and down. You've had special teams issues in those 3 losses as well. It's just, got to find a way to play better football in all 3 phases. Offensively, I know David's talking about where was it about the center position. Graham Barton had his best game yesterday, so you can go look at the tape. He had his best game. I know on the 4th and 3, maybe he had a mistake on the blitz pickup or the stunts, but again, he played pretty well. You also have to factor in he was at left tackle, now moving back to center. There's a lot of things going on in his head. Yeah. So let's not talk about the past or off season. The team is what it is. They have enough talent to win games. That's not an issue. It's about finding ways to be more consistent. And it's hard to do when you have so many guys out due to injury. And it seems like there's a new injury every week, and you just can't build that consistency. But from the top down, coaching, execution by the players has to be better moving forward for sure.
So, like you said a lot on that one, but it's true. We have enough to win games.
Yeah.
A lot of this is execute what you got to do. We were honestly in moments in control of the game. But the thing is, where there's lulls, you can't blame Todd Bowles on a lull this time. This is player lulls, right? Like Baker Mayfield, fantastic drive. Grizzard, beautiful scripted first drive of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the next few drives, just you get a couple of yards and you take a sack. Get a couple of yards and then, incompletion. And it's like, yes, the third down sucked, but what happened before you got to third down is what I'm more upset about. You can't keep going forward, back. You got to find ways to limit negative yards. That's one thing Belichick said with Tom Brady all the time. He kept us out of getting negative yard plays. And then not even that, just so even when Grizzard calls a play, right? This was in the goal line where we had to kick a field goal. We draw up a Rachaad White screen. Baker just throws it to him, even though it's crowded everywhere around him. There's 4 yards back. Rachaad White catches the ball, and there's a guy in his face already. Like, you can't throw that. If anything, throw it away or move on. Like, I know he looked one way and then immediately went over to Rachaad White, but like, come on. Like, sometimes you got to make the decision. Let's move on to the next thing to survive this play. Because we can't take negative yards, especially in that red zone area. And but it's time and time again. It's taking sacks when it's not necessary, even if the offensive line is gotten beat because of the injuries that they have. Find a way to get rid of it. Like, stop trying to. Clearly, he's injured in some fashion, right? Stop trying to make more of something where you can't really do it, and let's live for the next play. Because there are times where Grizzard draws it up, and it's perfect. Like that first drive, the amount of play action fakes on first down, which I don't know why we didn't continue to do throughout the drive or throughout the game. They fell for it. The touchdown to Emeka was a play action on a first down, and they easily bit him. He's wide the hell open. So I love the runs on shotgun. They're going to learn from it. I'm not saying that they're awful when I put their crap audio there. But I think this is all things where it's all fixable things. The talent they have is there. I don't necessarily think you need Chris Godwin, Bucky right now. Let them get healthy. Clearly, Bucky's nowhere near ready because Chauble said that. But you need to be winning now. Like, this was a winnable game. You should have won. Even that final drive where it could have happened, and you came up short, and it's not necessarily Baker or Grizzard. Catch the damn ball, right? Cameron Johnson, catch the ball, right? And the chains keep moving. Or Baker place the ball better to Cade Otton on that third down. Maybe throw it a little lower. He just falls and gets into the first down that way. But you throw a headshot. So there's little things. He said needs to be accountable. Well, the whole team needs to be accountable. It starts at the quarterback and then it goes down from there. Starts from leadership and goes down.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm just looking at the TFLs in the game, tackles for loss. Patriots had 6 of those. So again, that's 6 negative plays. The Buccaneers only had 3. So again, they beat you in the explosives as far as tackles for loss, but also the explosives in the game where they had so many explosive touchdowns, and the Buccaneers just couldn't find that to match, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Bucs had their opportunities, and we're going to get into some third downs here in a second. But just bringing up the upcoming schedule again, we knew this was going to be a tough 3-game stretch. You got Buffalo and Los Angeles coming up. Buffalo, again, Buffalo is another team that's banged up, especially defensively. They're going to play a lot of zone coverage. That's good news for the Buccaneers. And offensively, again, they are struggling to be consistent. You know, Josh Allen and his offensive line is kind of up and down. Their playmakers are banged up. Dalton Kincaid is probably out for the game, who's a big component. Their receivers, they don't really go down the field vertically, which is good news for the Bucs. So I think,
And again, they did just sign McCole Hardman, so
that's
a threat.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I mean, so that's going to be again another interesting battle at 1:00. But just getting back to this game, I think a lot of things, like you said, are fixable. They just got to figure out ways to be more efficient, and I would like to see them be a little bit more aggressive on their first down situations, sequencing, all that needs to pick up. But at the end of the day, guys got to find ways to do their job, catch the ball, and be efficient. Quarterback play, all of that has to be better.
This is huge right here, what Corey Hall said.
Yeah.
And they ran the mesh play. We got the PI on the man. All Shepard had to do was throw his hands up in the rub route. 100%. And that goes to execution.
Details.
Details, accountability, like simple. This was a play drawn up for Kate Otten. You knew what you had to do. The only thing you didn't need to do was run right into the guy that you're going to tackle him. And it was blatant. It was an easy flag to throw. So that take ownership. You fucked up. There's no better way to say it. Like that was a huge, crucial play that we could have kept moving the ball. You didn't have to necessarily do that. You could have olayed him.
Yeah.
And it would have just been enough. But yeah, little things like that are why, like he said, good teams as opposed to great teams. And that's why you keep losing to teams that are above average, right? That have winning records because they do the little things consistently.
Yep. Right on. I agree. Great comment there. Let me see if I can pull up. We'll go through some of these third downs and just how, I mean, it's got to be better. So here's a play that you're going to have a third down situation. I think this is like 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 5, but the sticks are not far. And you can see how you have a bunch formation up top here, and you have basically a 2x2 at the bottom. You have Rashad White kind of picking up here, chipping. You're releasing Kate Otten here out into the route. But as we let the play run, you can kind of see like you have options. And this is the only thing that I didn't like with Baker as far as his decision making. Going to a Mecca a little bit too much here early.
Way too much.
Yeah. And as you see Tez Johnson here, this would have been a perfect time to hit him. He's got the matchup. He's going to stem this perfectly and sail it to the sideline. He's going to be open. And again, I just want to see Baker kind of play this a little bit better. I know you're trying to get a Mecca here over the middle, and you have an option here. Again, if this is, but look where he is. Like, he's not even going to get this first down. Like, again, you're not separating. Look at all the space up top here to Tez Johnson. Again, you have time.
You can't see Baker because of the angle of this, but
Right.
he cross bodies this to throw it in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
No
Let
bueno.
me see if I can. Yeah, slow it down. Yeah, I mean, can't really see the pocket, but again, he's got time to throw. I mean, just shift your eyes and go for the first down. Like you have one-on-one matchup, he clearly beats him. If that ball is on Tez Johnson, he might score. You just never know. The guy's on the ground. And again, there's just trying to pinpoint
Watch his reaction.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
I'm open.
Yeah.
Look at the leverage too. Like look where the defender is facing the entirety of the time.
Yeah, it's
Clearly
crazy.
you're zoning in on what you're pulling a Winston is what's going on.
Yeah, and I just don't understand it because right here, that's Christian Gonzalez. That's their best player defensively. Like, there's no reason to attack this. And even if Emeka catches this and he's able to get out here, there's no reason to believe that he's going to separate enough from Christian Gonzalez. Maybe he's able to reach over here and get the first down, but it's no guarantee. And again, it's just not.
Another thing that pissed me off, Todd Bowles says, "Oh, we have Benjamin Morse out there," and the reporter asks him, "Oh, do you think you're putting a rookie out there? They're going to take advantage of him?" He's like, "Oh, whenever there's a backup out there, you're going to attack him." I'm like, "Well, son of a bitch, why aren't we doing that?
Right?
Why attack Christian Gonzalez when you can attack subpar players?
Yeah.
That either Tez Johnson or Kate Otten's going against. Why keep going after the best player? That is an issue." And is it necessarily the play caller or is it the guy throwing the ball that's making that decision?
Hold on, Mark. I got an echo here.
I think you shared my
yeah, hold on. Let me fix it real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Let me
messed up now,
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, you sure
all right. I got it. All right. So we should be okay now. Let me know. Let me know if you guys hear any echoes.
Who?
Do you hear an echo, Mark?
No, I'm good, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, as we continue on, again, let this play run. This is another third down. So Baker's sliding to the left. I think this is the reverse angle that we just saw. So, like, even if you put this ball, let me slow this down a little bit. But even if we go back, look at all that space he's got. He's got space to churn his hips and make things happen. Like, there's no reason you can't shift your eyes, go this way, and go to Tez Johnson. Like, why are you trying to force that ball and you're trying to get around this guy here too? There's no reason to do that. Like, shift your eyes and go the other way. Flip your hips and let it fly. That should be an easy completion. But again, you're trying to make a pinpoint pass, and Emeka, again, you just, it's just offsetting. And these are throws that you don't even have to do. Like, you got a guy that's still on the ground up top here. Like, he's done. He's X'd out. Like, you got guys who can win in man coverage, but you're not throwing them the ball. Yeah. And Emeka right now, he's struggling to win against man coverage. And he's going up against a really good player. No reason to do that.
Not necessarily that. Again, it just plays to my point of throw it to the guy that's not getting covered by an all-pro corner.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are we doing? Play smarter. And it's like Emeka got his, right? He still made good plays. He still got open. A lot of it was against zone, like you said.
Yeah.
But still, like, you can't force the issue.
Right.
And on that play, there was no safety help over the top. The man was playing leverage inside. You know what Tez is running. Why the hell even stare at Emeka in that way? I do not get it, but we go on.
Yeah, and this is the things that we have to get better as far as accountability, and that's, Baker talked about that. But here's another third down situation. So I'm not a big fan of the empty. I know they're trying to space things out, kind of identify where to go, but unfortunately, none of these guys win. You got, again, Emeka on Christian Gonzalez, Tez Johnson trying to do something, but what I don't like is nothing is attacking this middle of the field. Nothing is trying to attack these linebackers who are not good in coverage. You have Rashad White not really doing anything out here. And we'll watch how the play sets up. You're not creating any displacement to allow space underneath. Everyone's trying to win a route. I mean, there's just nothing there. Like, where are you going to go with the ball? Baker's already getting out of the pocket. I don't know where you're going to throw the ball. Rachaad White's not doing anything. Tez Johnson's trying to win downfield. There's just nothing there. He's double covered. I mean, there's just nowhere to go with this football. And that's stuff you just can't have. And Baker's trying to make something out of nothing, ends up getting sacked.
Okay.
I mean,
Run
maybe
that
if we go here, I mean, maybe I just don't know why Shepard's all the way down here. Maybe you can get him on a comeback. Look where the first down marker is. This is where you have to get. Why is everybody over here? That makes no sense. This was 3rd and short.
All right,
Like,
but run it back for us. Run it all.
What are we doing?
So tell me, why is Baker bailing out so fast?
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. Again, you got a clean pocket here. You got opportunities to read, stay in your zone. Like, there's nothing to flush away from.
No one's going in right now. You have 2 guys on the outside edge rusher. The guy that stunted is falling.
Yeah.
Martin's right there to pick it up regardless. There's no reason to bail out. Keep reading. You could have had Cade Otton first down right there. Boom.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, middle of the field, like you were just saying. There's no one in the middle of the field. Now there is, but you bailed out, so you cut the whole side of the field off, and then you try to run back to it. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's overthinking. That's being happy with your feet. He did this last year. He's getting back to the old habits. Maybe it is because it's in the back of his head. Oh, my O-line's hurt. Bredesen just got hurt. Shit. But you can't do that. You got to control what you can control. And that isn't it. You got to take accountability for that one. That's 2 third downs. That's on Baker, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. And again, here's another play. I think this is I want to say this is the 3rd and 3 play to Cade Otton. Ends up being incomplete. Sets up the 4th down. But you look at the formation. You got a 2-by-2 set here. And I understand what they're trying to do. Again, you're trying to get this guy vertical. Cade Otton's going to run basically a hook route. What I want to see is when we let this run, why can Cade Otton just come in? Understand where this space is.
Yeah.
And just cut it short. Then again, just understanding
the zone.
Yeah, understanding what you have. This is the first down. This is all you need right here. Come into that space where it's voided. And why is no one else running into that space? That's another thing I don't understand. So these are things that they have to figure out and have to understand where the space is going to be. And you got to play to that. Again, I understand, maybe this ball could have been thrown before. But yeah, I mean, attack this space. Get all this space right here. Attack it. Make it easier. And you get an easy first down. Instead, you get crunched.
So, I mean,
yeah,
I agree with what you're saying. Like, that should be an alert. Like, just go into the space if the void is there. You see Tez do that. You see Emeka do that.
Yeah,
just go into the void, right? Especially the safety's playing that deep. Don't keep falling into him, right? But that's something that needs to be communicated.
Yeah.
I don't know if it hasn't been or it has. And that's the difference between Travis Kelce, Robert Kelsey, and a Cade Otton. But either way, they could have been completed. If you throw this to the ground where he just has to get it, it doesn't take a headshot, that can be a completion. This guy's going all out to try and get anything incomplete. If you throw it to the ground and Cade just goes down, that could be a catch. And
another one, like Rachaad, you're running out, cut back into the middle, present an option. That's an easy first down.
Yeah, but this is drawn up for Cade. Like, literally staring at Cade the whole time. This is 3rd down. Cade, just get open. We're going to get one guy to draw attention downfield. Just get open that void. He just didn't break in. He just stayed in his closer to the man. And there it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of drifted on it. Yeah, and then here, I believe this is the 4th and 3 to follow. So, on my opinion, the pass protection So you're going to end up having Rachaad White. He's going to come out here to block. It looks like they slid left, and Graham Barton didn't get that memo. He didn't get that because you see Jordan is going to pick up, and we'll let the play run. Let me see if I can get it into. Hold on. There we go. Slow-mo here. So Jordan picks up his man. Again, they're running a stunt, and basically worse and Rachaad White pick up the same dude. And that just can't happen. And Jordan is late to pick up the free guy coming off the edge. So that's just miscommunication. Again, just not good. But at the same time, look what you have in the route concept. Nobody attacking the middle of the field. Like, I don't know what Cade Otton's going to do. You can't tell me this play is going to Cade Otton. He's trying to run basically a stop and a go for a touchdown. Like, why is that happening? I mean, unless you're trying to get Sterling Shepard here over the middle, maybe, but he's not open. Tez Johnson looks like he's getting held. That could be a flag, but I don't know. Just not a good concept.
That ain't
No, it's not. Like, have a Mecca and Sterling Shepard attack the middle of the field. Hell, have a Mecca come over here on a simple drag route, wide open. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, but again, that's why I say sometimes you got to tip your hat to the defense. Like they all got a man really good.
Yeah, they did a great job. This guy's doing a QB spy. You know, he's on Baker, but there's just nobody winning. You know, Cade Otton is just a decoy. I don't know if Rachaad White is supposed to come out here and be out open in the flat, and maybe that's what they were talking about as far as miscommunication. Like, he should be an outlet, and he probably gets the first down. But
I don't know why he's picking up the outside guy.
Yeah, that's what got miscommunicated. Like, Jordan and either Barton. Again, Barton looks like he's waiting for the QB spy to blitz in, so he's making sure he's not. Ends up not doing it, and Jordan's just too late. And again, the play's over by that time. But at the same time, no one's open quick. I mean, he's looking to the right. He's looking at that bunch, and again, no one's able to win quick. And by the time he realizes it, he's got to bail. And that's just the little things that have to get a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I can't believe you got it out to Rachaad.
Yeah.
I mean, to me though, like, roll it back. I don't understand why Rashaad's picking up a guy that's going the outside.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's just frustratingly, like, I know the stunting makes you think other things, but roll it all the way to the beginning.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, if we're looking at it from this standpoint, if you got a middle linebacker, over the center, he's probably looking at him. You have two big down linemen. You're thinking they're going to get it. Who's going to be the blitzer is what he's thinking.
Yeah.
So you say hike.
Yeah. If you
Let's
roll
go.
it. Oh, wait, hold on.
All right, so you got a blitzer coming, and you had a guy stunting.
Yeah.
Let Wirfs continue to get the outside guy. Like, there's the quickest point is A to B, right? Straight line. Why would we go wide? Let's give your quarterback as much time as possible, right, to make a throw. And I just don't understand why he went that way, unless it is a route he's going to go on. But
yeah, the only thing I can think of, and this is something I think they talked about with Rachaad and Baker. Baker talked about it like maybe Rachaad is supposed to just fake this and release, and he's wide open, gets a first down. But again, I don't know what the design of the play was. Again, your bunch formation is not working either.
Yeah,
it's really nowhere to go with this ball, and that's the point I'm trying to make, and that's something that needs to improve as we go forward, because teams are going to see this and they're going to play man coverage against us. Like, if we can't find ways to separate and provide options for Baker to throw the ball to, it's going to be a long day at the office.
Well, but this is the frustrating part. Like,
you
didn't have to get to the fourth down. You could have had it on on first and second down, and you just drop balls, poor placement of the ball.
Yeah.
Then it's like it didn't have to come to that down. Defenses will win sometimes. You can't just be 100% of 100%. No one wins every snap. That's why I say you got to find a way to live for the next down. But on fourth down, there's no living for that. And you got to have it plays. It's either you draw something up where you know it's going to hit with a man defense, or you draw something up that's going to win against a zone. But that's the chess game you're playing, right? If that was a thing that you thought they were going to run a zone and they ended up playing man, okay, well, you tip your hat. That's what you thought, right? That sometimes that's how it is. I mean, but that's play calling, right? Get mad at Grizzard for that one play, but look at the plays before that they should have had a first down.
I mean,
all come down to one play, guys.
It's just the wasted opportunities. And when you look at, this game, you go up 7-0. The defense gave you opportunities to go up 14-0, and you just couldn't get it done. And that's something that Baker talked about. This team has to have a killer instinct, and you got to have the focus to be better as the game goes on, and you got to continue to push and continue to find ways to score. And you're looking at the upcoming schedule. Next one on the docket, Buffalo. Again, it's another game that's winnable. We went up to Buffalo. I think we played the Bills not too long ago. That was the 2023 season, I believe.
We lost.
Yeah, we lost that game. We were in the game, though. Again, we only lost, I think, by a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
There was a Hail Mary to Chris Godwin that looked like it could have been pass interference, but nope, don't call it.
Yeah. Right. And again, we have to find a way. And it's tough because losing Mike Evans, he was your ultimate man coverage beater. You just knew he was going to be the guy that would find ways to make plays, and they would go to him consistently over the last couple of years. And not having him changes so much, and you're relying on two rookies. We have to remember they're rookie receivers, but at the same time, they are playing really good football. I mean, Tez Johnson, again, with another good performance, 4 catches, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. Could have had 3 if the play we showed you. I mean, Baker hits them. So there's opportunities for these guys, but this is the big one here. I mean, 1 target, catch the damn ball, Cameron Johnson.
Big ass target.
Yeah. Even Payne Durham had a target. Should have been another play that at least got you 5 yards or so. Ends up dropping it. I mean, just got to find a way to be better, be more efficient. I do like that they started to involve Cade Otton. That's the beauty of Luke Gedeke coming back. I think that's going to help out the offense as we get that in check and just figure out ways to be more creative with Cade Otton, because again, as you guys hear me talk about him, I think he's a great tight end. He's tight end 1 in my opinion, and the guy can play. So it's just figuring those things out. And they have to also, another big aspect, got to figure out something with Rachaad White in the passing game. They got to find a way to get him more involved in running some different routes, I think. Especially get the middle of the field like I was talking about. You gotta work that in.
Yes. I mean, because they I feel like they're only using him in the screen game. It's the only time they want to use him. And then when he's outside, it's more of like a decoy kind of thing. It's not necessarily advantageous that way. But in reality, I mean, they have a lot of plays that they draw up that things are successful. It's just the lack of execution. Whether it be an offensive lineman isn't blocking, whether it be the placement of the ball was bad, whether it be Baker read it wrong, where in the beginning of the year he was reading it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this, it's like little things, and it's almost the same thing on defense. It's every down, there's someone making a simple mistake that should have benefited us. And that's the difference between a good and a great team. Yeah. Like you just said, Cameron Johnson, catch the damn ball. Right? It's simple, in your hands, catch the ball.
Yep.
It is frustrating. Even Emeka got pissed because he's like, I need to catch the ball. There were times where it hit him in the hands. Nope. I keep moving on. And Mike was guilty of that too. And I got on his ass all the time. It would be like 1 a game where he'd have it. It's just simple, easy catch. And he'd drop it. But it's It sucks because you lost. You don't really feel them when you win, but you learn the most with the losses. And you got 3 losses. And what is it? You're losing to better teams, teams with winning records that make less mistakes. And when those big plays are needed to be made, they make them. We are not making our big plays on offense, and on defense, we're giving up big plays now. I mean, even with the Lions game, we gave up really big plays early on, and that was a result. Then it was a lot of turnovers. So we didn't turn the ball over, thankfully. It would have been a landslide if they did. But you just stop giving up the big play, and on offense, hit what's there. And guys, catch the ball and stop staring down one receiver. Even though you're injury riddled, you can scheme up guys open because Tez is open, Kate Houghton's open. If you stop staring at one guy, you can find to create matchups where it's advantageous, and you stop throwing to their best defensive player. You can get them thinking differently. So even Todd Bowles said, I can't believe it. When I heard that, I go, Todd, go talk to Grizzard and Baker then and have them understand, stop targeting the best defensive player. Whose is it? Whose fault is it? Is it Grizzard? Is it Baker? Is it a lack of trust because Baker's like, oh, this guy is not running the right routes. I can't trust him to do it. Well, let's get some trust then. That was Brady's big thing. I'm not going to throw you the damn ball if I can't trust you, right? So let's figure this shit out. It's simple, easy things. It's not like it's lack of personnel. They have good enough players, even though they're rookies. We know Cade can be a tight end 1 here. It's got to execute. I don't give a shit about the offensive line. It's good enough. Just execute your damn plays.
Yeah, they got to execute. I think the biggest thing is you got to go look back at that Seattle Seahawks game. That is what you want to bring in to this game more often, especially the way Baker played. He's at his best when he's just delivering the football to everyone, getting everybody involved, not staring at one option like you're talking about, going through your reads and understanding this is the matchup I'm going to hit. This is the design play that I'm looking at. Here's the best option. I'm not going to just force it to my number 1 read. I'm going to look at who's my best option to actually get the football. And that's what he was doing against Seattle. And I think he's got to get back to that. Even against the San Francisco 49ers, same thing. Like, understand what you have out there on the field and know, okay, I got a real good shot. This is going to work. That's where I need to go. And I understand you want to get touches to Mecca, but at the same time, teams know this. So you have to game plan for that and try to bring things up at a later time. So I think that's very important.
And it is frustrating, though. You're going to bad habits because of the offensive line. And I think it's just Baker falling into these bad habits. Because like you just said, like the 49ers game, we had no one.
Yeah.
But he's still relying Cameron Johnson. He ran the same route Tez Johnson always does. No one covered you. I know you're going to be open. Gets rocked, but still delivered a great ball.
Yep.
Is it because he's been taking too many hits and now he's like, shit, I don't want to take another hit. Let me just bail out too quick. Maybe. But still, like, you got to control what you can control.
Yeah.
And you're making the choice to bail out. You're making the choice not to read the field. Where, like you just said, Seattle, you read it all over the place. It wasn't just a Mecca.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's Grizzard. I said this during the game. Like, just start getting the ball out of Baker's hands then. Start running the ball more. I don't give a shit they're the number 1 run defense. The game was close the entirety of the game.
Yep.
So
that's good.
Don't
that's
abandon that.
Yeah, that's a good point because, again, I thought this was a game where we should have at least had 30 rushing attempts. We ended up with 21, so not as many as we needed. You ended up throwing the football 43 times. That's never a good recipe for success, especially for Baker. Anytime he throws it more than 35 times, usually the Buccaneers are not going to win the game. So I think that's something you got to look out for. I wanted to answer this question here. This is a good point. Yeah, I think Henderson, again, he probably should have just went down. The game's over. Again, they could have kneed it, and that's the end of the game. But I understand trying to just put the game away with a touchdown. You don't risk a fumble could happen on a kneel down. You just never know. So weird stuff can happen.
It's right. I mean,
Yeah.
it was multiple possession after the touchdown.
Yeah.
We still scored Tez Johnson. We still had to get an onside kick. Low percentage chance we get that onside kick, even though it is.
Yeah.
Hell, you got to weigh the momentum of the game too. Clearly, the Bucs cannot drive down the field consistently, right? So it's weighing what you have. That's why a lot of people were like getting pissed off at Todd Bowles. He's not reading the field. Well, score the damn ball. Get the lead because the Bucs are struggling in that way. I don't give a crap that Baker Mayfield's been doing well in the last drive. They don't have Mike Evans. They're relying on rookies. You got to play that. It's not just a computer game.
Yep. No, I agree. Gotta take that momentum that you had early in the game, and you got to continue. Yeah, that's something that they're talking about killer instinct. That has to be throughout the game, and you can't just have these lulls that continue to happen in the middle of the game, and then you're trying to find a spark, in the fourth quarter, and things are just not happening, and it's tiring out your defense. And that's another reason why the defense is, maybe allowing these big plays. That's stuff that has to get cleaned up. So offense, defense, special teams, I thought were pretty good in this game. Outside of a couple punts here or there, they were pretty good in coverage. So that was a positive. But we got to find a way to bounce back, and that is something that we have done so far this year. Again, we haven't had 2 losses in a row yet. Will that happen this week against Buffalo? We have to see. But I think the Buccaneers match up well in this game. It's just like we talked about throughout this whole live stream. Can you execute? Can you make the big play moments? Can you make them count? And can you take advantage of your opportunities? That's going to be huge against Buffalo.
I'm going to say this right here. What D Ford said. Until Godwin, Evans get back, Bucs should be a run first play action offense. Other than Ibuka, we don't have the weapons outside to make a pass happy solve offense. I agree wholeheartedly. I thought that's what they were doing with the Saints, and I thought that would be carrying over into this game. Healthy or not, I thought they were going to take the ball out of Baker's hands more often because, first of all, he's hurt, clearly. He's not running around like he was earlier in the season, winning you games that way. Right. You can't rely on him that consistently to do the heavy lifting because he's going to do wild plays like he does. He's not going to throw the ball away. He's taking unwarranted hits. He got 2 sacks. I think one of them was primarily his fault. The other one was the 4th down. Or no, it wasn't a 4th down. Which one was the
second? The other one was the Tristan Wirfs just getting beat right away. So
by an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
So he's not even playing to his level. Is the injury still lingering? I don't know. But I agree with what he said. We're running against the number 1 rated rush defense. Slow the game down. Your defense is good enough. Yes, they were giving up a couple big plays. If they know we just don't give up the big play, we'll give up 3.
Yeah.
Let's have that fashion, attack, and find ways to just grind it out.
Yeah, I did like that they utilized Sean Tucker more. I want to see him continue to get the ball. I think he's got to be your runner, especially with Bucky out. I want to keep Rashad in that kind of 2-minute third down back. Use him in the passing game, kind of extension of your run game. Use those short passes. Again, you have to get back to that, cargo screen plays with Kadon out in front blocking. Utilize that. Run the football with Sean Tucker. Mix them in here and there. Rachaad White out of shotgun runs. Those are fine. Sean Tucker be under center. Utilize the play action passing game off of him. Do that to create more opportunities for Baker to find easier matchups, easier completions. That has to be the motto. And that's something they did against Seattle. And that's something that has to get back to and really play it that way. Play smart, fundamental, get yards on first down no matter what. That's got to be the main key. You got to get yards on first down.
I mean, keep trying to play action on first down.
Yeah.
Especially early and often. As always heralded as a run down. So
Mm.
use that in your favor. And you did that the first drive. And after, even though you're not down much, you got away from it. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to learn from it. But to me, it's simple little things. It's little details that need to be fixed up. You're literally in every game. It's frustrating, the ones you lost. You didn't turn the ball over. Clearly, that's a good thing. But, yeah, the Bills game, though, run the damn ball. Clearly, they're not good against the run. And Josh Allen lost to the Falcons and just now the Dolphins. Like, wow. Wow. So, come on now, guys. Pull it together. I know it's in a cold setting. That's another thing that scares the shit out of me. We suck in cold. I don't know if this is from years past or it's present too. I mean, last time we did cold, it was the Packers game, though. Stomped the shit out of them.
Right. Yeah, I think the high for the Buffalo game is going to be in the 50s. So it's going to be a little bit colder. I'm just looking real quickly, and then we'll wrap this up.
Scarves outside, plus. So it's pathetic.
But like you said, run the football. Bijan Robinson had 170 yards rushing against the Buffalo's defense. The Falcons ended up winning the game 24-14. Michael Penix only had 32 passing attempts. That's something the Bucs have to do in this game. Limit Baker's passing attempts. That's going to be huge. Looking at, let's see what did New England, because New England beat this team. They beat Buffalo 23-20. Let me see real quick. Hold on one second. Let's go back here. What was that box score? So Patriots didn't run it. They leaned on Drake May playmaking ability. They got a big day out of Stephon Diggs, so that definitely helps. I mean, it's just, and then Miami beating Buffalo. A-Chain had almost 200 yards rushing. So there's got to be a foundational effort to really attack the run. Use 12 personnel, use Kadon and those lead blocks, and let Sean Tucker eat them up, and hopefully help your defense stay off the field. Don't have to worry about Josh Allen, and you can get a lead. And that's going to be the important thing.
Yeah, the Bills are the third worst team against the run, giving up 147 yards a game.
Yeah.
So,
and Josh Allen, let me see. What's Josh Allen's stats on the year? Because I think he prone. Yeah, he's only got 5 interceptions. But again, getting turnovers, that's another thing that Miami did yesterday. They really found a way to force the issue and kind of, compact them in and not let them get big plays.
But in the same respect, Buffalo Bills are only giving up 170 yards in the pass. So clearly, teams just want to run, because if you start passing against them or you get down early, they can send some guys after you. So,
right. Yeah, I think you gotta enforce the run. You got to use play action. Attack their zones that are going to be open. Again, it's another game that you got to attack their linebackers, I think, in coverage, attack the flats, and really utilize some plays where you can create space to get some opportunities. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Again, apologize. We were a little bit behind. We had some technical difficulties, but we're going to try to clean that up as we move forward. Just win. Exactly. So yeah, stay tuned to the week. We're going to definitely have more content coming out later on, as we'll get back into Substack. We'll get back into the YouTube film studies as well. And finally, I figured out my technical issue, so I'm able to use my keyboard and do some things with the film. So should be good. Anyway, hit that like button and leave us a comment. Appreciate everyone that joined us. And with that said, go Bucs. We'll see you on the next one.
Woo!